Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. This is your science lecture of grade 5th, and I am your science teacher Aparna Pandey from Arjun Progressive School, Lamachar. So student, as you all know that in science we are discussing chapter number 6. In science we are discussing chapter number 6 and the name of our chapter is Safety and First Aid. This chapter number 6, Safety and First Aid. In this chapter students, we have already discussed so many topics, right? Means almost all the important topics we have discussed. Now only the few topics are left that we are going to discuss in today's video. And after discussing these topics, this chapter will also complete. So beta, in today's class in safety and first aid, the topics that previously we have discussed are how to give first aid to the person suffering from wounds, injuries, nose bleeding. If somebody suffers from sprains or fracture, then how you will give first aid to give relax to that person, and how to fight from fire, what you have to do to fight against fire so that you can save the surrounding. These all things we have discussed in previous video. Now in today's class we are just going to see 3 topics. The last 3 topics of this chapter are animal bites, snake bites and poisoning. So now in today's class students, here we are going to discuss that how to provide first aid to the person if he suffers from animal bite or if he suffers from snake bite, or how to treat if any case of poisoning is there. So these are things we are going to discuss. As I have already told you in previous video that in this chapter almost all the important points are given in your book only. So these 3 topics also we will discuss from your chapter only. Okay. So students, kindly open your science book page number 57. Kindly open your science book page number 57, and in this book today here we are going to discuss these topics: animal bites, snake bites and poisoning. So students, let's start today's class. So what it is saying, see, related to animal bites, follow the following steps. Follow the following steps means if animal bites, then what type of steps you should follow to get relief or to provide relief to some other person. Wash the wound with soap and water to remove germs, because virus causing rabies is carried in the saliva of the infected animal. First of all, it is saying that when we are talking about the animal bite, and especially we have taken dog here. So students, when dog bites someone, then what happened? In the saliva of a dog, there is a virus called rabies is there. And so when dog bites someone, then what happens? This virus from the saliva of a dog enters in the body of the person. Right? Are you getting my point? As I said, in the saliva of a dog, there is a virus called rabies. And when dog bites any person, then due to that bite, saliva also touch the wound area of that person, and saliva contain virus called rabies, which is very dangerous virus for human being. So what you have to do, that if anyone is suffering from animal bite or if dog has bite someone, then what you have to do, first of all you have to wash that wound area, wash that area which was attacked by the dog with the soap and water, so that you can remove germs from that area. I hope you all are getting. Wash the wound with soap and water to remove germs because virus causing rabies is carried in the saliva of the infected animal. Cats, dogs, bats, wolves are known to carry rabies virus. Okay, cat, dog, wolves, bat. These are such animals in those saliva virus called rabies is present. Okay, so first of all you have to wash that wound area with the soap and water to remove the germs. Second thing is that apply an antiseptic to prevent infection. After washing, you have to apply antiseptic cream so that the infection must be prevented. Okay, then bandage the wound with the sterilized gauze. After putting antiseptic, you have to bandage the wound with the sterilized gauze, which is very easily available in medical shops. Then after that, this is the first aid that you have given to the person. At that time when he or she is injured, at that time you are giving this treatment, very good. But after doing all these things, the most important is that you have to take patient to the doctor, and anyhow you have to take patient to the doctor. Never think that if you have provided, if you have given treatment, if you have given first aid to that person, so he is protected. No. A type of wound which occur due to animal bite. These wounds must be treated under the guidance of doctor. Right? First thing, second thing is that whether you provide this first aid or not, but you have to take patient to the doctor. Now let's talk about the snake's bites. Right now we have discussed about the animal's bite. Now let's move to snake bites. So in case of a snake's bite, students, all snakes are not poisonous. Do you know this? That all snakes are not poisonous. First thing, in case a poisonous snake bites a person, if in case a poisonous snake bites a person, it needs immediate first aid. Okay? If you are waiting to visit to the doctor, no. Then it will become a wrong decision. No, never. If you are getting any case that bites a person, in that case you have to first of all provide the first aid. The poison of the snake moves very fast through the blood and affects the heart and brain, causing death. Right? If suppose a snake bites a person, so that poison in the body with the blood moves to the heart and brain, and which causes the death of the person. So the following steps must be taken to give first aid. What it is saying? First of all, apply a tight bandage just above the bite to stop the flow of blood to the heart. तो सबसे पहले तो जहाँ पे स्नेक ने बेटा बाइट किया है, portion where snakes bites, that portion where wound is there, where that person is injured due to insect bite, due to snake bite, उस एरिया के just above आपको क्या करना है? टाइट बैंडेज बांध देनी है. So apply a tight bandage just above the bite to stop. और हम ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं? Because we want to stop the flow of blood to heart. हम उस एरिया से ब्लड का फ्लो रोकना चाह रहे हैं, जिस एरिया से ब्लड जो हार्ट तक जा रहा है, we just want to stop that flow of blood. So just above the bite to stop the flow of blood to the heart. This tight bandage may help to slow down the spread of poison. तो सबसे पहले तो हम ऐसा करके टाइट बैंडेज करके इस ब्लड के फ्लो को रोक सकते हैं, और जैसे ही ब्लड के फ्लो को हम कंट्रोल करेंगे, वैसे ही क्या होगा? पॉइजन का स्प्रेड होना भी रुक जाएगा. Okay, first thing this you have to do. Second, take the victim to the doctor or hospital. After that you have to take to victim to the doctor or a hospital, because this is a poisonous case and this all things are going inside the body. You cannot treat by yourself. Doctor is required. Okay. Some person knows the method of removing the poison of a snake from the wound. Now few people are there, those who know how to take out the poison from the wound. This is done by making the cross cuts above half centimeters deep over the bite. And how they do such things? They just make the cross cuts above the half centimeter deep over the bite. Then the poison is sucked from the wound and spitted out. Then that person suck that poison and spit it out, but this cannot be done by everyone. Only the few specialists can do. Those who know these tricks, those who know how to take out that poison from the body and how to spit it out. This only done by that specific persons. Everyone cannot do this. Okay. So this is done by making the cross cuts above half centimeter deep over the bite. Then the poison is sucked from the wound and spitted out. This is repeated a number of times. So that the maximum amount of poison can be spitted out from the body. Now, third topic that we are going to discuss is poisoning. Let's now discuss what is this poisoning. So see, many common things you see in your home are poisonous. Many common things that you see in your daily life are actually poisonous. So you have to, as they are required for the daily need, as it is involved in our daily needs, so definitely it will be in our houses. But we must know that these items are poisonous and we must know that how to handle them with care. So, many common things you see in your home are poisonous. Nail polish, paints, detergents, naphthalene balls, phenyl, etc. Okay? These all things are poisonous. Sometimes we take these by mistake and it may cause poisoning. Sometimes we take these items by mistake. We do intake of these items by mistake and it causes poisoning. To prevent poisoning, the following rules should be remembered. So when if any such case happens, then what we have to do, or if anything is not happened, then how? But we have to remember to maintain the safety. That all things are given here. Let's see. To prevent poisoning, the following rules should be remembered. First of all, keep all medicines and household chemicals locked beyond the reach of small children. But first of all, you have to do that all the chemical things, all the chemicals that we need in our house, all the chemicals that are required in the house and all the medicines that we need, we must keep them away from children. Second, read the label carefully before using any bottle. For whatever product thing you are using, but never forget to read the label. You must check the expiry date of the products, and you must check that what should be done and what must not be done and what can be done with this product. This we must know, and how we will come to know all these things after going through the label. So we must read the label. Third, wash all the vegetables and fruits before eating them. Before eating the fruits and vegetables, we must wash them, because we know these days that farmers are using many types of insecticides and pesticides to save their crop. But by knowingly or unknowingly, we are taking that type of chemicals inside our body which may create poison. So that's why it's very important to wash vegetables and fruits before taking. They may have been sprayed with harmful insecticides and pesticides. Then see what it is saying. Do not transfer poisonous substances to unlabeled containers. Never put any poisonous substance from one container to the another container. If you are at your home, if you are keeping any such chemical which is a type of poison, means which has such integrants which can cause poisoning effects, so such chemicals must not be kept in such a container where label is not there, because if any dangerous thing you are putting in a box, then you are putting in a jar, then it must be mentioned that this is poisonous, this is this type of chemical, this is danger, this must be mentioned, so that though you know that you have kept, but it is not necessary that other person of your family is also knowing that it is that type of chemical he or she may use, because they don't know, you have not told them related to this that you have kept it in some other container. So always keep in mind that when you are putting such chemicals in different containers, then always label them. Another thing is that do not give medicine in dark. Do not give medicine in dark, because many times maybe due to some mistake you are giving some another type of medicine to the person who needs, and this may lead a different type of accident. Accidents means it may cause food poisoning, it may cause some worse effects to that person. In case of any kind of poisoning, try to induce vomiting in the victim. If any case occur where there poisoning has taken place, due to any reason, if poisoning has taken place, so at that time what must be done? That person must be induced to vomit. That person must be induced vomiting, so that with the vomiting, when he poison can come out from the body. So this must be done. Okay, so in case of any kind of poisoning, try to induce vomiting in the victim. Seventh is rush the victim to the doctor and tell him the source of poisonous substance. These all things you have done at home, and now quickly you have to take the patient to the doctor to give a further treatment. One thing. Another thing is that when you are taking the person to the doctor, you have to tell doctor that what type of intake that person has done, due to which poison occur. The substance due to which poison occur in the body, this must be, the information must be given to the doctor, right? So students, here now we have discussed that how poisoning can occur and how to treat this poisoning. So now in today's class we have discussed about the snake bites, animal bites and poisoning. And now as we have completed these three topics, so with these three topics now our chapter number 6 is also completed. So students, I hope that whatever the topics I have explained in today's video, you all are getting that. I hope you all will like this video. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.